All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to talk about how to really master everyday English conversation. And we're going to do it by telling the story of a whole year, how you plan it, how you live it, and how you look back on it.
You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. You're in the middle of a conversation, and you know exactly what you want to say, but your brain just can't find the right word. It's so frustrating.
Well, here's the secret, and it's actually really good news. Becoming fluent isn't about memorizing a dictionary with thousands of words. Nope, it's all about learning how to use a few really simple, common words in a powerful way.
So how do we do that? We do it by building what I like to call a conversational toolkit. And we're going to start with the most important tools in that kit, the building blocks. So what exactly are these building blocks? Think of them as simple, super flexible phrases that you can plug into almost any conversation. They're basically your key to building confidence, one conversation at a time. And today, we're going to zero in on two of the absolute most powerful building blocks you can have, the verbs have and take. I'm telling you, once you master these two, it's a total game changer. Okay, let's kick off our year-end conversation by looking ahead. How do we use these simple tools to talk about the future, about what's coming up next?
So let's say you're planning a trip. It might sound like a complicated thing to talk about, but you can really break it down into 3 easy steps. First, just say where you're going. I'm going to Canada. Simple. Second, mention your timeline. I'm leaving in July. And third, describe what you're going to do. I'm going to visit my family. And just like that, you've shared your entire plan. Easy, right?
And what's great is, this isn't just for big vacations. You can use these building blocks for pretty much anything. You can ask someone, do you have any exciting plans for the holiday? Or you could say, we're having some friends over on Saturday. It even works for your own personal goals, like, I'm going to have a 30-minute English practice. See? The same simple tools just keep popping up everywhere.
You know, there's a good reason for that old saying, planning is half the fun. It's that feeling, that excitement of looking forward to something. And these conversational blocks are the perfect way to share that excitement with other people.
All right, let's move on. We've planned our year. Now let's talk about actually living it. This is where we get to the real heart of our two power verbs, have and take.
Okay, let's break this down. At a basic level, have is usually for possession, experiences, and meals. You know, I have a phone, or let's have dinner. Take, on the other hand, is really a verb of action. It's for talking about transportation, doing specific actions like taking a shower, and for describing how much time something, well, takes. I mean, just look at the amazing range of the verb have. It is so much more than just for things you own. It's social, let's have dinner. You use it to wish people well, have a good time. It's for plans, I'm having a party, and it's even for obligations, I have to go. It's just one simple word, doing all that heavy lifting.
Now let's look at take. This one is all about action and making choices. It gets you from place to place. Take the bus. It describes a specific activity. Take a shower. It helps you measure time. It takes an hour. And it's what you say when you make a decision. I'll take the blue shirt.
So here is the key. You have to start noticing this pattern. In English, we don't do a walk. We take a walk. We don't make a break. We take a break. We take a chance. We take a nap. I promise you, once you start listening for this take plus a noun structure, you will start hearing it absolutely everywhere.
All right, so we've planned the future and we've navigated the present. To finish up our year, let's look back. How do you share your experiences and talk about what's already happened?
You know, a really great way to structure a story is just with a simple timeline. You don't have to remember every single detail. Just pick out the big moments. Maybe in February, there was a new project at work. Then in August, a visit to your family. In October, maybe you bought a new car. Choosing those key events is what creates the narrative of your year.
And here are the building blocks you can use to tell that story. You can start off broad. Last year, I started a new hobby. You can highlight a big success. My biggest achievement was, or you can just summarize the overall feeling of the year. It was a challenging year, but I learned a lot. This is how you add real emotion and perspective to your story.
And this is such an important thing to keep in mind. When we look back, even on years that had challenges, it's often the happy memories that feel stronger. Sharing our past is all about finding and sharing those positive moments.
Okay, we've gathered all our tools. Let's put all of these pieces together now and look at the complete picture of your year in English. This table just lays it all out so beautifully. Look, to talk about the future, you're using verbs like have and going to. For daily life, it's all about the present tense of have and take. And for the past, well, those same verbs just become had and took.
It's the same core toolkit, just adjusted for time. And really, this brings us all the way back to our main point. You don't need perfect, complicated English. You just need these powerful, reusable building blocks to construct your conversations with confidence.
When you boil it all down, it comes to this. By truly mastering just these two fundamental verbs, have and take, you unlock an incredible number of everyday conversations. Just two.
So I'll leave you with this final question. What conversation will you take on this week? Think about it for a second. Then go out there and start building.